So we're back. If you remember me, I'm Scott.
I'm Bertie.
And we now have all of the parts laid out. We've prepped 4 clamps. You're probably going to have to do it with 2. I will think about that. We might send you parts enough to make multiple clamps like I have. However, since this is a demonstration, we're going to try and do it with 2 clamps, but we may use all 4 to hold it together. So, the whole purpose of this is to turn this up on its side and make it a bridge and hold it together. So these pieces are what we're going to use. So we have multiple pieces that are going to join us together. This is the strongest one. It has 2 full members, plus the top, plus a little bit of something to give it some space. So now we're going to fill this gap with glue. And then we're going to, and we're going to need your hands to help with this. So this is where you probably are not going to be able to do it easily by yourself. We're going to start off with setting this on one, bringing the other in, and we're going to try and get it lined up. So I want to bring this end in a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to do a second piece. We're going to set that in here, across a nice broad spot. We're going to press that together a little bit. We're going to press this one together a little bit. And now I'm going to take one of the clamps and try and make it work. Fish it through here. Slide it forward. And press the wedge in. Okay. Take a second clamp. Fish this in here. Put it right there. Put it together. And jam it. And now we'll see if it stands up. Lo and behold, it stands up. Looks like we can even pick it up. So now let's see if we've got it lined up. I don't think it's quite lined up right. Because what we need to make sure of is that this end here is pretty square, and this end here is pretty square, and it doesn't quite look it, so we kind of want to... Okay, so slather those last 2 pieces up. There. Now again, we just kind of want to hold the thing together, so we're just going to put a little bit of pressure on the top, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure, and we should be good. Once you've got it glued into this position, it's a bridge. And after that point, you can begin to add all of the cross members and cross bracing that you want anywhere you choose to strengthen it because it's held together. Okay? You could add extra pieces down here like that. All the way across. You could begin to do extra bracing in here in different places. You can do whatever you want to strengthen the bridge. However, when we go to test it, we're going to put a beam through the middle, and we're going to pull down with a force of pulleys, and we're going to measure that force. And your bridge will be graded by how much weight it will support. And then it's going to be graded by how much it weighs. So the ratio of what it will support divided by what it weighs will be your score for the technical. And they'll be artistic. And we're also going to grade your clamps. So if you don't make them, you don't get a score for your clamp. If you do, you make a Frankenstein. Okay, it's a Frankenstein. Did it work? Did it do what it needed to do? Yes, you'll get a grade for that. So, making the lightest possible structure the strongest is going to be the best. This particular design works. I know roughly how strong this bridge will be. There are other arrangements, triangular, that could result in a stiffer bridge. There are other ways to do your cross bracing that could result in a stiffer bridge, a stronger bridge, a lighter bridge. We're going to provide you with some resources so that you have ample opportunity to look at different types of truss bridges and figure out how you might build them. But remember, we're supplying you parts to help you get to certain level of build, and trying to make popsicle sticks do more than that. You have to put a lot of thought into it. You have to do a drawing. You have to figure out, will they fit? Well, this will not fit as a cross brace, so if that was the way we were going to do it, I would have had to start off with a cross bracing instead of putting these pieces in, and then you have to sort out how you're going to do it. In that case, you might have used a clamp to simply do this, and that is hold it upright. You might just use the clamp to hold your truss upright, like this. Push it together, press that in there, and now you can hold your truss upright to glue across. But if you wanted to do it this way, that's one way. Now we might provide some shorter pieces for your cross bracing. We happen to select this size, but as this dries up, it will be strong. You could then do more cross bracing here. You could make the lower beam thicker by adding more layers. Again, everything that you add makes it stronger, also makes it heavier. So we recommend that you do a little bit of research on how to best utilize the weight that you have to make something strong. Now, what you're going to see in one of the next videos is this bridge with a few extra pieces added to strengthen it get destroyed. And we'll tell you how strong it is and what kind of a rating it gets. And I fully expect that you guys will mostly beat me, or us, because you guys have a little bit more time to think about it. I haven't thought about it. I've been lazy, and I'm an electrical engineer, not a structural engineer. So there are some guys out there who know a lot more about this kind of stuff than I do. However, in just under 2 hours, we built 2 clamps, a truss, cross members, and a bridge. And you guys are going to have 4 or 5 different class sessions, and whatever extra time you're allowed to put in to build these bridges. And then we're going to grade them, and there'll be winners, and there aren't any losers because you're all going to learn something from this. But we do want to provide some incentive for the winners. Winners. I'm already thinking winter because of school today. So, but we'll discuss that kind of stuff a little bit later. Or it might end up being earlier for you guys if this video is later. Not quite sure. Anyway, until next time, have a great day.